Hi guys, I'm Riley.
And I'm Izzy.
And you're watching today's episode of Generation Imagination.
Today's topic: how can we, as teenagers, influence our communities through our voices and opinions?
So let's get to it. As a teenager, it can seem hard and almost impossible to make a tangible impact on your community.
You can't vote, you're often not taken seriously, and it doesn't seem like there's any other real way to make change within a community.
As such, you're stuck to wondering if your opinions, thoughts, or voices even matter in the scheme of this community until you're of age.
So how do we, as teenagers, make an impact? How can we spread our thoughts and opinions, and how do we fight for what we believe in?
Believe it or not, there are more ways to spread your voices, and you don't have to vote to spread your ideas.
First off, take advantage of your social media networks.
According to a study done by the PEW Research Center in 2018, 95% of teenagers have access to a smartphone, and 97% of those teenagers have access to a social media platform of some kind.
While social media can be used to post pictures of your day or create jokes, it can also be used to make a real impact. You can use your social media accounts to spread awareness about social or political issues that you're interested in.
If you don't wish to use any of your social media platforms, then you can always just talk. You can exercise your freedom of speech by talking about social and political issues with your friends and discussing how to solve the issues.
Discussing social and political issues is an important first step in raising awareness. However, it is not the last step. In order to actually impact your community, you need to take action. This can also be accomplished in a multitude of ways.
Some communities and schools have a school newspaper. If you'd like to make your plans for action public, you can always contact the newspaper and ask for permission to write an editorial. If your school does not wish to publish your content or does not have a school newspaper, you can always consider writing a blog post instead.
Joining clubs at your school dedicated to specific protests or political issues can also help you take action. These clubs often take action inside the community and are a great place to start your activism if you're not really sure what to do next. If there isn't a club at your school dedicated to the issue you'd like to discuss, contact an administrator or teacher and try to start one.
Doing simple research on your values and finding out which companies do not support your values can also be a form of action. This research can also encourage you to not support the companies that do not support your values. In simple terms, this is called boycotting. For example, if you do not support animal cruelty, you can buy animal cruelty-free shampoo and makeup.
Protesting is the most common form of action, but be wary. Most protests are one-sided and only are used to spread awareness, and taking action is your end goal with activism. It's not your only choice to take action within a community, and it has less individual impact than using your own words. While it's certainly an option for you, consider taking other forms of action as well as protesting in order to further spread your beliefs and messages.
Even though you can't vote, your parent or legal guardian can. Talking to them about political and social issues on the ballot this year and seeing if they agree with your stances can convince them to vote a certain way on the ballot. Of course, it is always good to have a civil and respectful conversation with your parent because you can leave the conversation with one more viewpoint than you did when you first started it.
Using your voice and spreading your beliefs is a personal decision. Be sure to take all of this advice with a warning. If you spread your beliefs and personal opinions, chances are you're going to find someone whose personal opinions are different than yours.
Make sure that all of your discussions are respectful and representative of your beliefs only. It is important to be civil and listen to what the other person has to say. The two of you might even leave the discussion with a new viewpoint of the issue.
Another option for impacting your community is through community service. Changing your community through service will ultimately help you impact society.
If you'd like to help Generation Imagination impact the community, check us out at Huggable Happiness Corporation. Let us know if you're interested. The links are in the description.
Be sure to tweet or tag us in your photos of you spreading awareness and taking action. We love seeing you guys in action.
Have you ever used your voice to spread awareness and take action? What do you do? Tell us in the comments section.
And that's all we've got for today, guys. We'll be back next Wednesday with your regularly scheduled upload.
Riley
and Izzy, signing off.